I have a very different take on Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is the best worst Fallout. It was so wonderful at the time to walk through a Fallout wasteland in 3D. Generations that grew up after that, or the generations who have never played these initially as their Fallouts, or again the generations who grew up with 3D graphics being the default, they could never appreciate that game for what it did in terms of bringing the wasteland into 3D. The other thing Fallout 3 did was that due to its dilution of its RPG origins and focusing much more on the shooty part and on the 3D first person part, it did introduce Fallout to such a much wider audience than possible. Believe it or not, at the time of release, I was part of maybe 2 or 3 different circles of friends which didn't really communicate with each other. And a bunch of these friends were also gamers and computer gamers exclusively, especially back then in Romania. And unfortunately, anytime I would talk about Fallout or Fallout 2, the reaction was like, why would I play those old games? And they weren't even that old at that point in time. This was, I don't know, mid to late 2000s. So even then, even in 05, 06 and 07, people were like, why would I play those old games? They're slow and ugly and shit. These are things I've heard from other human beings in front of me in real life. So what Fallout 3 did is to reach into that audience that would have never associated itself with the original Fallout, and a fraction of those people who really got into it actually checked out the older ones. So especially for that reason, Fallout 3 has a very special importance. I place a lot of importance onto Fallout 3 because of that reason, and that's why I call it the best worst Fallout game.